What is up, everybody out there in YouTube land, in Bizarro world, planet Earth, Venus, Mars, Uranus? Get it? Uranus? Shut up, Greg. All right, so just gonna share a little bit of my agenda today. What would you want to call it? Like a spur of the moment move. So Granny, as you've seen in the picture, Granny in the Gators, one of my all-time favorite games as a kid when I used to play them in Chuck E. Cheese. Pretty sure I played that game in Chuck E. Cheese. Well, it is Mother's Day, May 11th, 2025. So in honor of all of the good moms out there, not the bad ones, the good ones. And I like bad moms too. You know, certain bad moms are cool. You know, when they're fun bad, but when you're bad, when you're evil bad, no. No. So to all the good moms out there, happy Mother's Day. To all the ones that use your kids to hurt the father, your day will come. But anyway, that was just me venting a tad. So in the Monster Core arcade basement, right? That's what we're calling this, the Monster Core arcade basement, or the basement Monster Core arcade. This is Monster Core arcade on YouTube, and we are in the midst of cleansing and putting stuff away, rearranging. Right now we're gonna bring this game down. Yet another move. These moves don't come easy. They come with a price. My pool guys wanted to charge me $50 to take down a game and take up a game. Right? Did we take down a game? I can't remember what we took down. Did we take down a game last time with the dudes? Or we just pulled one up. I thought we took. Oh yeah, we took down Elvira. That's right. We took down Scared Stiff, and then we took up that Phantom Donkey Kong cabinet that the computer guy that I took it to couldn't figure it out. He said, not that he couldn't figure it out. He thinks it's the motherboard of the 60-in-1 or whatever it is. It's in there. It's blown. So not sure I'm doing with that one yet. Next, gonna move on and figure it out afterwards. You can see what I look like. Hey, it's me. It's Johnny Hardcore. What's going on in my 2016 Monster Truck shirt? Yep, Monster Jam shirt. I have my neighbor hanging out, drinking some wine, some ale, and I have two games in her garage, and she's hanging out with her significant other. So I figured let me just steal him for like 10 minutes and let him help me down with this grain in the Gators. So we can make one more good move down the basement. The other thing is, and you know, the pool table is full of toys right now, so I can't even get into that. You know, it just has to be put away. And there's a whole bunch of other bins outside that I have to put away and figure out what to do with them. But I think we're gonna have to get a bigger storage unit and take it from there. But I uncovered these couches yesterday in the yard, and it was really nice. It's actually a very, very nice setting by a fire, and couches nice and comfortable out there. Really different vibe than we had in this yard for years. But those couches have to come down here, and in order for that to happen, this pool table has to go. So that's like a move that I'm hoping to make the next couple of weeks. You know, that's like really, really pushing it, stretching it. But I'm gonna do my best. So that's one thing. But anyway, the business part, I want to just tell everybody and say it like this. You guys got me, you guys and gals, you got us over that 900 mark for Monster Arcade. And it's been a push, you know. I haven't really done too much with Monster Arcade this past year until like recently, because we were fully focused on our Monster Core YouTube channel, which is based on Halloween stuff. But you know, Halloween is seasonal, and you know, I mean, I'm into Halloween. I love Halloween, and of course, you know, animatronics and all that stuff. So does my son Jonathan, who's the master of animatronics and building stuff and putting it together. But you know, when it comes to like the off season, it's like it's a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it. You know, it's cool to talk about it and stuff, and it's cool to, you know, to do unboxings, this and that. But you know, summer's here, and it's like a little like right now, I'm not really. It's not that I'm not into it. You know, there's gonna be. This is where like halfway Halloween right now. If anybody knows what that means, and there's supposed to be a lot of like whatchamacallits, like the stores are supposed to release their lineups for 2025. Now Home Depot already did, Lowe's pretty much did, and Party City is fluttering, supposedly coming back, making a comeback. I don't know how true it is. Could be some tomfoolery. I really never heard the term tomfoolery until one of my favorite monster trucks, Matt Pagliarulo, developed his team, his racing team, and now Tom Foolery is the owner of his stuff. But anyway, Tom Foolery means, I guess, like it's like a like faking, fooling, whatever you want to call it, just a term. But anyway, the Halloween thing right now, I'm not saying we're not doing it anymore because there are going to be releases and stuff like that, because I know a lot of kids are watching this channel too. They watch Monster Core and then they watch Monster Core Arcade. So we're going to be posting still with them and uploading shorts. Probably do a couple unboxings here and there. I was looking to get something from Morris Costumes, but I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if they're going to be in business this year. There's a lot of weird things going on right now with this tariff crap and everything else. I don't know what's going on. I can't even get into it. But anyway, just wanted to share this with you all. I thank you, everyone that could subscribe to our channel. I thank everyone that shows support to Monster Core Arcade and Monster Core, even Monster Core Racing. But Monster Core Racing right now is really, really is just dwindling out there because of time, and I can't devote really much to Monster Core Racing at this moment. I'm trying to develop this Monster Core Arcade channel first and get it monetized and let it start rolling, and then it'll be a little bit easier to do things with the channels once it's monetized. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I got to push. So that's just one thing. But anyway, thank you all really for the support. It's a lot of effort, a lot of work. The stickers that we just made weren't free; they cost money. Didn't really come out the way we wanted it to. I kind of wanted it to be like a die cut sticker. Instead, it's just like a box, square or rectangle. So it's not really the look we were gaining for. But anyway, whatever. Live and learn. We'll make it work. Anyway, so let me get to it here. I'm gonna pull this game down. You could see me take it down with my neighbor's significant other, and you can see what it takes. It's a heavy one too. Granite Gators is a little bit heavy. I thought that this guy was like, not this girl, this coffin was like 400 pounds. Someone told me it's 200 pounds. I don't know how much it weighs. I mean, I have to do some research on it, but this thing feels heavy. Just feels heavy. It's bulky and stuff like that. The wide bodies, forget about it. It's even more heavier and bigger. But whatever. Let's do it. So I'm gonna press pause. I'm gonna set it up, and then when this guy comes, helps me, and gets it down, like the next 5 minutes, it's gonna be down here. I'm just trying to think how I'm gonna wheel it over to the side, but I'm pretty sure what I could do is just wheel it through here. Like I'm gonna move these games back into the lineup over here. Cavenan Gators is probably gonna go next to Baby Pac-Man over here, my dead Baby Pac-Man. Not really sure where it's gonna go yet, but I know Baby Pac-Man. I know these games can fit down this aisle right here, this aisle. So when that time comes, I'll be able to move it the way I want to. I shouldn't have a problem setting it up anywhere anywhere I choose to set it up. So, but the most important thing is to get it down here. And I could I was thinking maybe put it on this side and maneuver games too. I could do that. Like it's not really that much of a move to do, but I think just to breathe, just gonna put it over here, and then I'll make my maneuvers. I'll move this and that out of the way, and figure out how I'm gonna set everything up again. It's like so many different transitions down here, setting the games up and resetting them up and resetting them up. Every time I make one move, it's like another move has to be made, and it's not one move. It's like 7 moves, 10 moves, moving all these bins from underneath the pinball machines. I'm not even close to ready to look at these things and get into that. Never mind getting rid of stuff. So I just want to get the game room, the basement, Monster Core Arcade in running condition, walkway condition, get all this stuff off the pool table, get the pool table out of here, get the games that I want down here down, get the games I want up, and get the garage going too, because we have a Monster Core Arcade garage, and that's waiting patiently to be used again by the kids. I know that. And there's a lot of things in there too that's a lot of fun to play with that we just haven't touched. But all right, let me get this game down here, and then we'll take it from there. Be back hanging hardcore. Gaming hardcore, always. Boom! Just like that. I forgot to record. It would have been funny to see us bringing this thing down because I wound up having to move the Space Ace over there because when we turned it, because of the pinball flippers and stuff like this, the way the console comes out and the control panel comes out, it was a little bit more of a turn space-wise, so I had to move Space Ace. I'm glad to get this down here. I really am. To me, this game, it's a pinball machine, so it belongs in the basement. You know, the basement only has pinball machines. Not only has pinball machines, the garage has no pinball machines. The garage is more for arcade games, especially sit-down driving cockpit games. So that's what my idea or my layout or lineup is. So yeah, Granny is down. Granny and the Gators. Gator. I grabbed this from what's his name, from Sterling. I think it was 2 years ago, I believe. I don't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago. I think it was last year from Pinfest. Pretty sure it was. And you know, it was. I think it was fairly priced. You know, it was a couple grand. It wasn't much more than that. I chewed him down a couple hundred too. He was, you know, he knows me, so we made. I think I made a good deal, and it seems to be in nice shape. You know, I know it's not a you know, mint condition, all this stuff, but you know, like I said, I'm a hardcore collector. I don't, you know, I can't maintain games that are beautiful because I have kids that destroy everything and been destroying things since they've been growing. So I just go with the flow of what I have and make it work. But I did say this in other videos that I am in the midst of retiring, but I'm not going to retire until the end of this year if I do that. And then I might just work one more full year just for the numbers and to get my pension up more and get some bills paid off and this and that, try to get out of debt. But, you know, I do have intentions of restoring the games that I have left, which is quite a bit. I do have some nice looking games. I do have some really good condition games. So, you know, the goal is to get them all functional for sure. It's the most important one. And then to make them mint and do all that other stuff, you know, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. You know, they're all side-by-side games and side-by-side pinball machines. So, you know, having side art, you know, $100 of side art, and all that stuff, to me, it's not really worth it unless I'm going to sell the game. And then that's a different story. But that's where I'm at right now. All right, just wanted to share that move with you. I'm glad to have this down, and to me it's in a better area because the basement is I guess more climate controlled, if you would to say that. It does have heat down here, and in the summertime it kind of stays cool. It doesn't really get crazy hot because it's underground. You know, we're underground right now, so the ground keeps it cooler, you know, naturally. But it does need a whatchamacallit down here, one of those, not an air conditioner, humidifier, I guess it's called, or air purifier, one of those things, which I never did use. But we'll see. Maybe this next couple of weeks, get one down here, especially for the summer. That you know, it's going to get a little bit, you know, kind of a little hot, but not really that bad down here. It really doesn't get that bad. Doesn't really need an air conditioning. So, all right. Anyway, that was a good move. I'm very thankful for my neighbor. Very thankful for everybody that helps me with these games. You know, one day in life, it'll all come back around. People who help, it all comes back to them in a good way. You know, karma is karma. You know, one way you're good or one way bad. You do good to others, it comes back to you good. Or you do bad to others, you know, you'll see what happens. And that's that little side thing right there. I got this for the game that I gave the computer guy to put it up there to make this into a double Donkey Kong. It was like a $5 sticker, a $10 sticker from I think it was Arcade Shop, and I was just gonna put it on that just because it said Donkey Kong, and then maybe change the marquee to double Donkey Kong because it's different. But we'll see what happens in the future with that. Whenever I get a marquee that says double Donkey Kong and it's easy and it's cheap, I'll grab one for fun. All right, everybody, that's about that. I could definitely use some of that plunder right there. Give me some of that. Pay some bales. Look at Granny, man. Granny's got some legs going on there. She's not even old. Look at her. She got blonde hair. She ain't Granny. She's a young Granny. Is this the buzzard from whatchamacallit? From Joust? He's smoking a cigar. Is that a cigar? What's that in his mouth? That's a cigar. Buzzard bait. Got the alligator right there. Breaking our oar. And then you got this Junior Donkey Kong, or Donkey Kong Jr. counting the plunder with his manicure. Right? Is that pedicure too? With big feet. No, he's got bananas though. I think I'm going bananas. All right, anyway, I look forward to getting this thing set up. I look forward to getting this basement organized again, which is, you know, it takes time, man. It's not going to be 1, 2, 3. It takes some moves. And but as I go, man, it'll be done. This is that side, the sticker panel for Elvira, Scared Stiff, from whenever I got this a while back. Can't remember when I got this, but there were 2 of them, so I got 2 for 1. So got lucky with that deal. Yeah, bonus. That goes on the speaker grill. But I cut the bottom out here so the bally thing can be seen, and then I'm gonna put it back and see how it looks with that and play it by ear. But I don't know. We'll see. Is that a sticker? I'm gonna peel up the sticker of Bally. Yeah. All right, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Have a great Sunday. And see you next video. Once again, thank you for subscribing if you did. And if you did not subscribe and you like this stuff, definitely hook us up with a subscription. And anybody that subscribes to our channels, we subscribe back, just so you know. And you have to leave a comment though, because I don't really pay attention to the other stuff. When like I get the notifications, but I do look at the comments, and when I see a comment that is like from someone else, like a YouTube channel, I hit the YouTube channel icon, and then if it's like a person that's pushing a YouTube channel that, like, you know, has like a bunch of subscribers, you know, I hit it up, and then I get my girlfriend to do it. I do it from our other channels, so you get massive support from Montscore at all times. Just remember that. We got your back. All right, we'll see how it goes with Granny. I'm gonna put an LED light in the back. That's the one thing I'm gonna do. This thing right here, actually, right in front of my face, but it's not the right size. But this one right here, it's from Walmart, $5 or $8 to get this thing. Actually, it's this one. I had these in back of on the top of Elvira to give it some light, but it's very bright, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it up there. But anyway, this goes up there. This would be a quick little thing I would do that I do to all my games. I always give them a nice LED strip, which definitely makes the game look better, and it makes it cooler in back there, because the regular lights they have are very, very, they draw a lot of power. So just some little upgrade that I do myself. And the other thing too is that when I bring the games down the basement, usually I have the handles that you can pull it, so you can like maneuver the games, like this right here. You can see it. These things, but I take them off the back because it takes away that much space from the wall, and you know, my space is very limited, especially over here, the stairwell. I cut these things out, right? That's not really that bad of an idea, but it also takes away the integrity of the steps. But I did it. We're okay. You know, I reinforced it with some wood. And when I actually move these things from under here, this claw machine and Atari football, I got to put a nice piece of plywood underneath the entire stairwell, even if it's like a ½ inch, and that will strengthen the whole steps. It'll tie it all in together, and you just screw it into each run behind it, and also on the sides. That's a trick that one of my old neighbors and friends, Mr. Beal, told me. He goes, when you buy a house, when you have a stairwell like this, you put that, you know, 3/4 inch plywood, not 3/4 inch, ½ inch plywood behind it, and just tie it up with that, and that'll strengthen the entire stairwell. That's just something, little food for thought for you out there. All right, people. I can talk all day, but let's get some stuff done. Game on. Game hardcore.